Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Menswear Style Podcast. I'm your host, Pete Brooker, and today on the show I am speaking to Vincent. He is the founder of Andrew & Co., a modern, sustainable swimwear brand. Their main goal is to create a new, comfortable world of swim shorts without mesh, by using ocean plastic and PET materials to manufacture their premium swim shorts by showing respect and love for our beautiful earth. It's a family-run business. I get to talk to Vincent about the design elements of the mesh itself and their plans for the future and how they managed to get everything up and running from scratch, really. I mean, these guys learned how to build websites, built their own platform, did their own imagery. The family's doing the marketing. They put all the capital in themselves. So a real interesting chat. I'm going to introduce you now to Vincent. He is the founder of Andrew & Co. Okay, well, it's my great pleasure to introduce to the show Vincent. He is the founder of Andrew & Co. How are we doing today, Vincent?
Hi, Pete. Thank you so much for having me. Well, our day is just getting great now. Yeah.
Great. Well, for the listeners that don't know, obviously, we tried this yesterday and Vincent and I were on the phone for about half an hour trying to get the technical stuff to work. It didn't work. Luckily, Vincent's been kind enough to return to the call this morning. Vincent, please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us about your role there down at Andrew & Co, please.
Well, since the day one where we founded Andrew & Co, so my leader role, so I'm responsible actually for the whole order management, the whole production management, and I'm also involved in the designs. I mean, on the whole development and designing of the product collection. We are kind of a family office, and so I manage everything with my sister Lara.
Vincent, please tell me about the shorts, the design of the shorts, and what gives these shorts their USP, would you say?
Well, the design alone is not our USP, of the collection. So the print what you see and the color that we shoot is not all alone the USP that makes the brand. Actually, the product itself make the brand. In 2016, when we decided to found the brand Andrew & Co, we have always had the intention of creating a comfortable and timeless lifestyle collection for the summer wardrobe of the man, And also one of the most part of it is that we are sustainable and eco-friendly, But actually, back to the product, the main product that we have is the swim shorts. And this was our first one. Yeah, I mean, everybody was thinking, okay, swim shorts might be a really easy product, I think, but actually we created a new one. So there's not a swim short coming out with bordering traditional regular mesh net inside. So we invented a special lining that we created with a London-based designer, actually. And since then, we are using this kind of system to our swim shorts. And actually it provides the same protection as we all know in the men's swim trunk, but it's much more comfortable and better to wear, because you all know, I'm sure, after two hours on the beach, it just getting very bothering.
So what is different about this kind of mesh lining as opposed to the typical ones that you'll find in swim shorts? What is so unique about the lining in these?
So actually the lining is attached in the swim short. It's a kind of a swim short in swim shorts, and that's why it's make the whole thing more and more comfortable at the end. And it's not, if you feel the fabric is not that rough than the mesh net, because the mesh net sometimes it depends on the quality, can be very harder materials fabric and kind of rubberish, can we say?
Yeah. It could get really annoying, the linings that kind of float around in the swim shorts, and they basically, for guys, they can just ride all the way up there and it can get really uncomfortable when you're wearing them. So that sounds interesting. So it's kind of like it will move with your body, I guess, and it won't be kind of like this floating thing that kind of lifts and rises when you get in the water.
Right, right, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure I had some friends back in time. They were always buying shrimp short, and then they were cutting out the net. So and then I say, why are we actually producing shrimp short with this kind of net? If we don't need it at all. After a lot of researching, brainstorming, and talking with the designers, I found a solution. We found a solution to make it the whole product like it is today.
Well, the product looks great. The website looks terrific. But Vincent, tell me, going back to the start, I always like to ask people that come on the show how they managed to raise the capital for the brand, how they got it off the ground initially, because I think everybody has an idea maybe for a product or a clothing company, but from the very early stages, how did you manage to get it off the ground with regards to the money?
Well, Andrew and Cole is a family business, so we got some capital from the family. Yeah, so with the time of selling the collection, luckily we had quite a good start. So then we were able, to refinance the brand, the collection, everything.
You managed to raise the capital with investment from the family. That's all been paid back now. I was going to ask, were you ever tempted to raise the capital like crowdfunding or Kickstarter campaigns?
Well, I mean, I heard a lot about this and read a lot about this, but actually, we never, needed really to make a crowdfunding over Kickstarter and everything, because we were able to refinance the whole connection line with the brand itself. So then we didn't then had the plan to go over crowdfunding. Yeah.
Right. And what's the plan now? Would you look to get investment now to grow the company? If somebody came in and said, "I want to buy a share," would you be open to those discussions?
I'm not sure if we will be ready or to if another company will buy share everything, but maybe for a bigger project that we are planning to do is to finally after 7 years to introduce our fall and winter collection, and maybe over there then we for this collection we maybe go over co-founding, sharing, selling shares and stuff like this from the company. No, this is not our plan.
Right. And so you were talking about sustainability earlier and how that's quite important to the brand. What is your and why is that so important to you? And what is the philosophy and the pledge for the brand?
I didn't just founded Andrew and Co. In 2016 as a summer lifetime swim short brand. I mean, I grew up part-time on the beach, so that's why I have this kind of connection, because I was always wearing the swim short during the summer and everything. Yeah, so one day when I was on the beach, I seen, the whole thing that you really don't want to see when you're on the beach. And then yeah, I found it then even cold, and then I was there from the beginning on. I was ready to to find a brand to take care about something good in the future. So in the early stages of the brand, there were not really like fabric I want that was really recyclable and sustainable. So with the times, like around 2020, we found really the fabric that we were looking for. So the pledge of the brand to continue this sustainability and everything, we make sure that we use the most recycled and innovative fabric that we can find around into this world. We put a lot of care and in our collection concerning using of the materials and choosing them. Um, we are also more than happy to share with you that now the whole swimsuit collection line, even our wash guard line, is now 100% coming from recycled materials, such as plastic bottles, garbage from the ocean, and everything. Yeah, we are really proud about that. To partner up with this organization.
That's pretty special. So where would you source materials like that? I mean, if people are starting up a brand themselves, and you probably don't want to give away all the aces up your sleeve, but if people are looking to become more sustainable when they start their companies, where do you even begin looking for products that are 100% recyclable?
Yeah, so there's a kind of different fairs and shows in Europe and also in the US where you only like fashion brand and designers can get in. It's a whole show, about fabric materials, all the other things like zippers, bottoms, labels, everything. And actually, just working through the collection, the shows, and the fair, I found on the left and on the right one of those provider of this fabric where started to find a connection, and I had a feeling there was promising about the materials and the fabrics. So then we started to work with this. But I mean, if you don't go to shows and fair, so it will be quite a hard way to get to this fabric. Yeah.
Right. And any shows in particular that people can look out for?
Première Vision in Paris.
Mhm.
This is one of the shows that is really created where I was finding the most of the fabric. Then the show one in Milano called Di Mare. Basically, it's all around the summer season fabrics. And there's one in Munich, but I haven't been yet there. Yeah, because I was really happy with what I found in Paris. Yeah.
Right, that's interesting. Well, it's good to know because I mean, I guess people also when it comes to like recyclable fabrics and sustainability, people might want to be doing that with their brands, but might not know where the touchstones are, where the early steps can be made. So I just wanted to get those names out there. So thanks for that. Vincent, I also wanted to touch upon how like the imagery for the brand is so strong. Like when I'm scrolling through your Instagram, all of the photos are very, very just spot on, polished, but natural at the same time. It doesn't look like overly staged, but it's kind of that fine sweet spot between looking very professional but not overly posy. Are you kind of hands-on with everything with regards to the imagery and the marketing with the brand?
Well, the imagery, no, but with the marketing of the brand, yes. So I'm a part involved with it. We present the brand, the logos and everything, like the design of the homepage and everything. So I'm involved with it. But actually, in the marketing, no. So my sister's taken part of it.
Did you design the web page then? Have you got any
I
skills
did
with
the web page all by myself. Yeah.
you did that? Wow, that's amazing. Where did you learn that? Was that something you had like learned growing up or go to school for?
It's really easy. It's like some different, part that you bring together to create a homepage. And actually, I was just creating the homepage. It had some difficulties. I was just looking around YouTube or I was asking this 24 hours support, and they were helping me out. But actually, when we all had this 2 year break, so I was really focusing into this. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is kind of like a real bootstrap company where you go in and you start it from scratch. You learn as you go. It's like learning how to build the plane as you're flying it. I guess now if you had to do it all over again, it would be a lot quicker for you to do something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, we just started from the garage brand, like say it, and then like expanding. But I thought we are doing everything by ourselves, so we know really each part of the brand. So
And what about bricks and mortar? I couldn't see any stores online. Are you looking to get into bricks and mortar at all? Or are you quite happy to just be an e-commerce site?
well, we are really strong now in e-commerce, but we are looking to get into some retails. We are mostly focusing to be an online brand. Yeah, that's for sure.
And if you were looking to get in bricks and mortar, how would you go about that? Look to get the concessions in Selfridges or John Lewis or things like that? Are you looking that far ahead?
I mean, if you want to go to Selfridges, Harrods, whichever department store is, you cannot just knock on them doors, because then they will say you're gonna turn around and walk out. So the best thing what a brand can do, they have to go to fashion shows, like fairs where the buyer is going in and see the collection and hopefully place an order. Yeah, it's kind of like the one that you have in Italy is the PT Uomo. And then you have, for us, it's very important that we go to the swim show Miami. in Florida. Yeah, so if you are able to go to one or two of the fashion show, I mean, two at least to four, it will be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
know it's time intensive, and yeah, it's always a financial question.
and yeah, I mean, because like you'll have to pay for flights to go out to Florida. I mean,
Yeah.
then hotels, and then you got to think, well, how much am I going to make back on my expenses alone? Anyway, yeah, I know the drill quite well. Vincent, give a shout out to the website and the social channels. Where can people find you and the best place to buy the swim shorts?
Well, the best place to buy the swim short and find us is online. Actually, the biggest part of the collection is online, and we offer free shipping and return and everything. But also you can find us now in Zurich in the Gianmoli department stores, and as well in some smaller boutiques around here. But online is our main part, yeah.
Okay, great. And andrewandcole.com, the place to go. We'll leave links all over on the show notes over at Menswear Style so people can find you there. And the social channels, Instagram, you run that yourself? Is that you?
No, I'm not going by myself. My sister is taking care of this,
Okay.
yeah.
So we can get hold of your sister if we need to message the brand over at the Instagram channel there, Andrew and Cole. People will figure that out. Listen, Vincent, thank you so much for hanging in there with all the tech issues. It was a real joy talking to you and learning about the brand, and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much, Pete.
Great. You've been listening to the Menswear Style Podcast. Be sure to head over to menswearstyle.co.uk for more menswear content, and email info@menswearstyle.co.uk if you would like to be a future guest on the show. Finally, please help support the show by leaving a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to this podcast. Until next time.